real life gaming here. Also was previously known as Team Lee Josh. And I am here to tell a little more information about the tslim X2 insulin pump. I really love control IQ. Really do. I really do love control IQ, and that's come G6, and I can't wait until the G7 comes out because it's supposed to be more improved than the G6. Hope that's true. Honestly, do. Hope that is true according to Dexcom. I'm over here trying to untangle this between my Type 1 tactical case, which I highly recommend buying one of them because the cheap cases you buy for them, you get with it. Yeah, it's doable, but the clip breaks more easier. I do know that. I do know that. I really like the Type 1 tactical cases here for the tslim X2. They also make ones for Medtronic. Let's not talk about Medtronic here, you know. That's mainly Dexcom tslim X2 channel. And control IQ, what I like about it is, like, if you go into my pump, you know, you got, well, no, you go into activity, you got exercise mode and like sleep. You can set up a sleep schedule. With control IQ, I got that set up. My numbers stay pretty much a flat line all night. Like if I go over, like if I go 150, it gives a small little correction there, and I come back down in my sleep into perfect range. Because 80 to 150 is 80 is low for me at night, and then 150 is high for me at night, and then throughout the day it's 70 to 180 for me. But I do try to keep mine in a tight range because time in range is what is more important. And to helping lower your A1C, it's time in range. Not all the lows, not all the highs, time in range. Well, like with the tslim X2, I've had more freedom versus injections. Injections, I got to a point where, you know, 4 years on injections. Since I was diagnosed, got to a point where I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't like I got to the point where I was struggling on injections. Lantus, forget Lantus. I'll never use Lantus if I have to go back to like a long-acting insulin, because Lantus isn't that stable when it comes to long-acting insulin. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all that. Yeah, it might work in the beginning of your diagnosis, but a couple of years later down the road, it's not that stable at all. And for some odd reason, when I would give Lantus, I would always have a bad excuse. I know this may sound a little not gross or anything, but I'm not trying to gross people off, but it would always give me bad gas. That is something you don't want. So I highly recommend you, if you're on Lantus, I highly recommend you seeing if your insurance covers another long-acting insulin. If they do switch, Lantus is not good to me. It doesn't work well with me. Never has, never will. What I like about tslim X2 is it's got exercise mode. Put that on an hour before you work out for it to work the best. I've noticed that's what works the best with me. And yeah, it might say you're going down, trending down more, but it will stabilize again. Like, I've only had one low today. One today. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it just happened. But very rarely, my lows, my very low is 0%. My low is 1%. Now my highs have been improving more here lately. Because I had made a couple of changes here and there. A couple of tweaks. Fixed it. Got all that situated. And, you know, top of everything, I like how it's got a rechargeable battery, of course. No need for them AA or AAA batteries. More money we have to shove in our pockets. You know. But so far, my blood sugar's actually it's actually 170 right now. Which I gave some insulin because I had some popcorn for low, and that, for some reason, that works really well with me. I don't know, for some odd reason. And I put it on my, kind of my lower back area, kind of on the butt a little bit, but it's not directly on the butt. It's like more the fatty area back there, your love handles. You know, a little fatty part of the skin. And this pump has worked really well with me. Really well. Like, to the point where I'm probably just gonna continue on tandem insulin pumps. Once he expires, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and upgrade to the T Sport that's gonna be coming out next year, which is warranty won't expire until like 2025, 2024, somewhere around there. I'll have to look on the website again for me, but other than that, everything's worked pretty well with me. My A1C has gone down to 6.3. When I was on injections, it ranged anywhere from 7.5 to like the 8s. Not good. Like, yeah, it's okay, but over time, you will start developing complications over time because of that. So it's best if we have our A1C in like the 6s. Like my A1C range, since I'm on the tslim X2, is from 4.9 to 6.9. No, 6.5. 6.5 that I remember now correctly. But yes, is it possible to get a 4.9 A1C on the tslim X2? Yes, it is. Without having any lows? Yes, it is. Like, I know a lot of people over at Tandem, you know, some of them network engineers, some of them are developers for the software and stuff. A lot of them have type 1. So they decided to kind of got the idea from like a loop. For y'all, the ones that's on Omnipod, y'all use a non-FDA approved looping system that people within T1D community created. Don't get me wrong, that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, doing that, you know. Just can't really legally use things that's not FDA approved, but you know, you do what you gotta do. But me, I use things that's FDA approved, which I really love the tslim X2 insulin pump. It's really helped me tremendously. I feel a heck of a lot better from versus injections. I feel like I have a lot more energy. I'm a lot more motivated now. Because when I was on injections, I kind of got to the point where I wasn't motivated at all. And this month is T1D Awareness Month. Friday, I will be wearing blue. Today, I'm wearing a red Aeropostale shirt. You know, I plan on wearing blue Friday. Every shirt my girlfriend got me. Me and her both have type 1 diabetes. You know, pretty cool, you know. Me and her both on the same insulin pump, which, you know, I've been trying to help her figure out some of the right tweaks to do for her, because she's been having a lot of lows. I've seen that, and I've been helping her. Which, you know, in February she's going to talk to her endo about making some small adjustments to see what's going to work, what's not going to work. Like overnight, she rarely has lows overnight. It's during the day she has more lows, where overnight and during the day I very rarely have lows. It's like 1%, and that's pretty good so far. So the insulin pump for me is doing its job and everything. Putting it back in the tactical case, it slides right on in there, and you hear it kind of click. You can pop it out, you hear it kind of click. You know, and it holds it actually in place. And it's very good. Say this, you're a construction worker, welder, working on pipeline as a welder, or any industry that does any kind of a lot of work, like law enforcement, EMS. I highly recommend the Type 1 tactical cases, because the guy that makes them worked in law enforcement and everything. That's where he has Type 1. That's where he kind of came up with a Type 1 tactical case for people that work in law enforcement, EMS, fire department, people that work in welding industry field, anywhere in the welding industry, whether pipe liner, pipe fitter, etc. And, construction, it works really well. And the thing is, with the tslim X2, I feel like since our A1Cs, since it helps improve our A1Cs even more and keeps us in range, then you got some more jobs that kind of open up there, depending on where you're working at, because you have to have a certain A1C, like to be a forklift driver. You have to have a certain A1C. You can't have a lot of lows. You can't have a lot of highs. It has to be in range most of the time. Almost close to 100% in range, but 80-something% in range has got to be like a higher percentage in range because of safety reasons. And just for the FBI, you have to have an A1C 6.4 or lower. I do know that. I know a lot of the requirements for a lot of different jobs, which I'm in the middle of going to technical college, getting my welding certifications, and then from there, how am I going to create my career is, which I'm already working part-time for a company, and which, I'm going to see, I'm planning on going into like pipe fitter, pipeline, pipe fitter, welding field aspect of it, because they make decent money. They make good money, be honest with y'all. They do. And I think that's going to be it for today. And I hope to see y'all. I hope to get back with y'all soon. Been really busy and everything, and I hope everything's all right with all of y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and comment.